First Class, or the Kenworth, has been sitting empty for over 40 days. So no, I won't be drinking all those soda pops in 1 week, but the restocking process has begun. Yes, I know I should have broke that box down, but I just found it in my alley. Welcome to Trucking with Schmidt. How are you great, magnificent, awesome, outstanding, overachieving people doing on this glorious, what day is it? Crap. I don't know what day it is, but it works out. It's morning. Our load, we are loaded up. Well, we are getting loaded right now, and it is sitting in Sioux City getting loaded up right now. Sioux City, Iowa to be exact. Trailer sitting at the pork plant there in Sioux City, which kind of tells you don't get in too big of a hurry. It's supposed to be ready by 2 o'clock. Fingers crossed they don't take their normal 24 hours just to load one trailer, and then hopefully it'll be ready by 3 o'clock, and then we can hit the road and start heading for Oklahoma. I'll give you the details on where in Oklahoma, what we're hauling, stuff like that once we get the trailer behind us. I just wanted to start the video while we're home, picking up some groceries to start stocking the truck up, and probably by next week or the week after, the truck will be 100% stocked up and basically be able to live out of it for 2-3 months kind of thing. I like to carry a lot of food with me, but if you make it easy food, you can't do that, because if it's easy food, then I just eat it all right away. But if it's food I kind of got to put some effort into, it lasts a little longer. So as previously stated back there at the grocery store, First Class hasn't moved an ounce probably in, well, I want to say 40 to 45 days since we parked the truck and we did the whole harvest thing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run around with the tire gauge, make sure all the tires still have air in them and the proper air. Throw the hood up, check the fluids out, make sure everything's topped off, throw some grease onto the fifth wheel, make sure it's ready to go, and then do a very quick check on air leaks, see if I can find any air leaks that developed. Because the worst thing on a truck when it sets is the air system. You'd think everything else, but nope, it's the air system. Last year when we let it set for harvest, we came back and we had an airbag that just developed a leak from sitting. And it happens. It was kind of goofy this morning because Troy told Troy, hey, I'm leaving for work before you get home from school. And he goes, hey, where are you going? And I go, Oklahoma. And he goes, whoa, you're just jumping right in, aren't you? Have you even started the truck? And I go, yeah, I've started the truck. I started the truck a few times throughout that 45 days. But it kind of brought back a memory of when I first bought First Class, probably, what, 8-9 years ago. My very first run with this truck was down to Los Lunas, New Mexico. Very first run. Never ran her before, and that was the first run. Los Lunas, New Mexico. But this is my very first time opening up the hood on the truck and actually looking at the engine since we parked it. Everything's still looking kosher. I'm going to buzz through, check the fluids, nothing big. The paint back there on our frame, the rust is just starting to bubble up on there. I just need to chisel that all off, throw some primer on, and then throw another layer that, what did we use last time? It's like Pour 15, I think. And then once we get that on there, it usually lasts pretty while. I mean, the The front of the frame where I did that, it's been years ago and I haven't touched it and it still looks great. But back there just seems to get a little bit more hustle and bustle. As for our hood, it's still the same way. I got some patina that I'm going to put on there just to give it a little clear coat. That way some people in the comments calm down a little bit. Which, speaking of comments, in the comments there's going to be a few, hey, what'd you all do to your truck while it was parked for 45 days? Or, this is what you should have done to your truck while it was parked for 45 days. Little reminder, guys, I was working harvest, and that was 6 days a week. And when I wasn't at a football game for Troy's or at a band thing for Paige, I was in the tractor doing harvest. So there absolutely was no time to basically even touch first class. I actually have more time to work on first class when we are trucking versus when we are doing the harvest thing. So that should answer your questions pretty simple right there of what we did and what I should have done and I did not do. Like there was a few that said, hey, go put a new windshield in while she's parked. Well, windshield place is not open on, oh wait, we're setting on level. Okay. I thought we needed oil, but we're setting angled. But the windshield place, they're not open during that time. And apparently Jax has figured out if he lays beside the neighbor's fence long enough, it's pretty comfortable. That's what he's doing. Across the alley, chilling out by the neighbor's fence. Yeah, you're not... Look at that. 60 bucks for a Christmas tree. Why am I seeing Christmas trees already? $129 for a Christmas tree. There was some extra tacky stuff that worked great for the truck's fifth wheel. I don't see it anywhere though. That must have been a limited supply. I did end up finding it. The stuff right here, grease for off-road vehicle equipment, especially exposed to wet applications. But that tacky right there, there is some stuff that is called extreme tacky that works a lot better. When I'm going to grease this, guys, most of you already know, I'm just going to grease that part right there. Then when I back under, this will slide up and then it will grease the entire thing when we do that little churny churn thing that trucks do. Alright, I think I've gone through everything. Antifreeze is topped off. Oil is good. Power steering fluid's good. Fifth wheel's greased. Every one of the tires was within 5 to 6 pounds. I topped them all off to be exactly where I needed them to be. I think we're ready to fire her up. I think she's ready. Not ready to go for say, because we got to put all that stuff away yet. Oh baby, I forgot how big you were. You go about 40 days without, about 45 days without driving her, you're like, whoa, she steers a little harder. That 2050 clutch, man, I tell you what, you get used to driving that Freightliner, the one that had the clutch. You go to push that puppy down, you're like, oh geez, I gotta put some effort behind that. Alright, we're going to pull her around front, let her warm up a little bit. I did get something I have to show you guys. And then run over to Mom and Dad, say toodaloo, and then we will hit the road. We got to put this on. One of you fine people sent me that, and we got to get it on there. I did get another spinner back there. I think it was Kevin, I can't remember, sent me. It didn't work, line up. But I'm going to put that on one of my other vehicles. But we did get this fancy thing in our mailbox. And it's the exact same as what broke on there. So we'll get that put on at some point during this trip. Thank you. I truly do appreciate it. It's pretty cool. I'm parked on the wrong side of the road. Do you see that right there? 3 days ago, my daughter got a $50 ticket for parking on the wrong side of the road, facing the wrong direction up there in South Dakota. I told her, I go, well, small towns, here, small towns, we get used to it. What?
Where can I take her?
Mom?
Yeah.
It's not Thanksgiving yet.
Well, I ain't done putting up yet. It's taking me a little bit. What did you say?
It's not Thanksgiving yet. She doesn't necessarily need fuel. We parked it with plenty of fuel in it, but I figured, you know what, some fresh fuel wouldn't hurt anything. We got most of the stuff just kind of thrown away. I haven't put the couch cover on or made the bed, but I got a lot of the food put away and the drinks put away. We'll do it better a little bit later on. It's my way, no matter how long I have. My truck can be sitting forever, and I won't put that stuff away in the sleeper until I'm like 200-300 miles into my day. Then I'll be like, oh, let's put all that away. Some kind of oil residue in all their reservoirs. They have one on top that fills all of those. I learned that, yes. But they must have put some kind of winterizer or something in it. But I tried using the squeegee to clean the windshields up, but it's alright. I got paper towels and I have window cleaner. They all cleaned up nicely now, but it just left a real oily residue over everything. There's a rooster. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's fresh chicken, baby. That restaurant over there has chickens outside its back door. I wonder if their chicken is any good. I didn't get it all off of that windshield right there. We're gonna have to scrub that again. Some of you are wondering, first class, remember we did that engine rebuild? That's been 25,000 miles ago already. 25,000 miles. That goes fast. That goes really fast. And if you're new to the channel, yeah, back in June or July, first class got a rebuilt engine or end frame, and that fog is going to drive me nuts. What is in there? There's something in their cleaner. I'm betting they tried to winterize it or something, but it's just, that whole side is just foggy now. Today is 57 degrees with a northwest wind at 3 miles per hour. That 57, boy, it fools you. I had to pull the sweatshirt off, man, about ready to fire up the air conditioner. 57, it feels like it's way warmer than that. I'm not too sure why. I'm not 100% sure why. Maybe it's just a heat, what do you call those, hot flashes. Maybe I'm having that. All right, we are loaded up with 42,000 pounds of pork trim. And that is bound for Clinton, Oklahoma, right? Yep, Clinton, Oklahoma. I think Clinton, it's a little bit over 600 miles from here. So we got 50 miles into our day. We'll probably have right around that 700 miles under the books, hopefully by the time we get down there. I'd like to be down there. It'll be tonight, or first thing tomorrow morning kind of thing. We're still kind of on farmer time. You know, I woke up at about 6:30 this morning. So I might have to stop in there somewhere and just take a little nap just to try to get myself back into the swing of running at night. We're gonna run down, probably gonna run down to Topeka, Kansas. Once we get to Topeka, Kansas, we're gonna jump on the turnpike and take the Safeway. A lot less drama. Take the turnpike down to Wichita, and then do what we need to do down around Interstate 35. Get down to Oklahoma City, jump on 40, and head west there. As of right now, things could change throughout the night. But either which way, we better get underway. So I'll be back with you guys here in a little bit. We're 100 miles into our journey, into our day here. We're going to make sure all the lights work before that beautiful sun down over there goes down. But more importantly, just to check everything out. Setting for 45 days is not a long time for a truck to set, by no means. But since it has set that long, I want to make sure that I've dotted all my T's and crossed all my I's to make sure that everything is kosher and everything is working nicely. I did spell some motor antifreeze at one point, so I need to check out my heater core, make sure that's spicy, because I just flipped on the heater valves today to make sure we have heat. Haven't needed it yet, flipped it on once to make sure it works, but other than that, that's about it. Watch me open that lid up and there'll be antifreeze all over the place. Boy, that'd be sad. All the lights are working, that's cool. Boy, if you do need to warm up, you can just put your hands right here by the turbo. Things are seriously warm right there. I smell antifreeze. I don't see it at all. I checked the firewall and checked everything on the passenger side floorboard already, and I didn't see anything. The only thing I haven't done is I haven't climbed underneath the couch in my sleeper to see if maybe my sleeper's heater core is leaking a little bit. But usually if it was leaking, you could see something leaking maybe from under, what's that? There we go. We do have a wet hose. I think it's about right in that area. That gives me enough reason to go ahead and crawl underneath the couch, lift the couch up and look underneath there, just to make sure that it's not leaking. A damp hose doesn't concern me too much. It's just a tiny little drip, and there's nothing on the floor, there's nothing spread out all over the frame there, so it's not spraying by no means. But if it is leaking, there's a good chance it could be leaking into the sleeper. Oh, that sucks. Just ripped my favorite shirt, scraped my side all up because of that right there. Oh, what do you do when you're pulled junk? Let me show you. Who had me complaining about a trailer within the first 15 minutes of a video? Who had that? I know there was bets going. That hurts. Like, that stabbed me, man. I gotta, like, find a Band-Aid. My back is wet now from moisture of probably the red nature. That cop's in a pretty big hurry. Well, after investigating it further into the antifreeze leak, that I thought I was having, nope, nothing's leaking. I think it was just because I turned it on and it was just getting that fresh antifreeze into it. I do have a question though, and you guys need to put the answer into the comments here. I'm going to set up a scenario for it, and you guys tell me what you guys do in that situation. But, okay, here's the scenario right here. We're on Highway 75 right now. So when you leave Highway 75, you leave Nebraska City, you start heading south, right? There's about 3, maybe 4 miles of 4-lane there. And in that 4-lane, you get to decide who's going to give you troubles for the next 110 miles down Highway 75. So basically you can pass those said people. Well, there was a truck ahead of me. I knew he was going to give me troubles because, well, he was already moving pretty slow. So I hit that left blinker. There's a car beside me. Actually, they were behind me when it started in the hammer lane. I'm in the slow lane. And then as I progressively got faster to go around said truck, the car progressively got faster, got right up beside the trailer, and decided to stall out. What do you do in that situation as truck drivers? I don't know about in cars or whatnot what you could do. I know what I do. But in the truck, what do? Do you do the wiggle? You got your blinker on, and then you decide, you do the wiggle. You come over on them a little bit. Then you go back into your lane. They don't move. By the second wiggle, you go back over there, and then you come back into your lane. And if they still don't move, you go over to the left lane. But yet this time, you don't come back over into the slow lane. You basically give them a choice. It's either hammer on it, or slow down, or find grass. I'm not saying I do that. I'm just saying, what do you do? I'm more of a wiggler because I have 10 lights that flash when I blink. Okay, you can't see the 5 on the front of the bumper. There's still 5 more from the side of the truck to the middle of the truck to the end of the truck to the middle of the trailer to the end of the trailer. You know I'm coming. You just don't want to be passed. So what do you guys do in that situation? So we've whittled ourselves down to just probably about 400 miles, or just a shade under 400 miles. No, we are not lighting the world on fire tonight. First night out, and I decided to grab a hold of an all-nighter. That was not the brightest move. We'll pull it off though. We always do. If you've ever wondered why I love Oklahoma so much, it's because there's so many W900s. You can literally drive through, and if it's a Kenworth dealership, they're going to have a lot of W900s at them. Well, let me take that back. They used to. I haven't really paid attention the last few times being down here. I guess I probably should, since the whole W900 is going away. We're in Brahman, Oklahoma. Is it Brahman? I think it's Brahman. Or just spell it later on, maybe. I'm walking around the parking lot. I need to wake up a little bit. Plus, it worked out pretty good to pull into here. And we hit Oklahoma right at midnight. So why not just pull in here and do the logbook stuff the right way. You know, when you hits midnight, you start a new page kind of thing. Just remember, I run on paper logs. That's where we're at. We're in good shape to be there. I'm gonna guess probably around 2:30 in the morning. If Oklahoma City goes okay, which it technically should go okay this time of day, night, morning, whatever you want to call it. I don't drink coffee, and I don't drink, oh, another beautiful W9. Look at that. Look at that. You're so sexy. Look at you. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I don't drink coffee and I don't drink energy drinks. I usually depend on Dr. Pepper and water, a lot of water. When I'm in the truck, I drink a lot of water. I love a lot of water and Dr. Pepper. But sometimes I need a little pick-me-up. I think they would consider these like an iced coffee, maybe. I don't know. I really like them, but the problem is this little bottle, this itty-bitty little bottle, is like $4.50. So I don't make a normal habit out of it. Speaking of sexy, got put it out there. Let's go for a walk, shall we? It's been a little bit since we've been here. I remember the last time we were here, I think I pulled into Gates a little bit further, but I figured we'd leave first class right there, then we'd mosey on up here to their check-in area, get checked in. We're probably about 3 hours early, so I'm not too sure what they're due with me. A little bit of a hill there. Boop, boop. That's our dock on the other side over there. I think it means Weatherford. I don't think it means weather rod. I tried looking up where weather rod would be, and I couldn't find it. I was taking my nap, and my phone went crazy, and it said that same thing. Not good, I guess. I'm still yawning. I'm gonna go back to sleep now, but some kind of chemical spill. Holiday Inn. Oh. Somebody's making a little bit of nose candy. Yeah. Someone's in a hotel room doing a little bit of the no-no. That's what the chemical spill is. I think. I told the guy, he called me up and said, "You're unloaded." I go, "Well, give me a minute, man. It's going to take me a little bit to get out of this spot." Because you'd think go that way. I can't get that way. My only option is to back the trailer into that little hole right there, because we need to go up that hill right there. He goes, "Yep, nope, perfectly understand. I'll just be up here whenever you get ready with your paperwork." Do we want it right where the other one was? Right exactly where the other one was? So earlier when I was speaking to you guys about that Weatherford incident with the chemical spill outside of the hotel, guess what? Yeah, I shouldn't have been being ha-ha about that. That was pretty bad. And then Hyder's truck parked outside the hotel to take his break at the hotel, and his truck started leaking. Yeah. His truck started leaking anhydrous ammonia. That's not pleasant. It actually injured, I think, about 15-20 people, and sent 4 of them in the helicopter because it hurt them so bad, and they were just trying to sleep in their hotel room. It gets better. Guess what? This all went down at 10 o'clock last night. I drove through the town. Weatherford's one town over to my, it'd be to the sun coming up to the east. And I watched, when I went by there, I seen a lot of cop lights, a lot of lights, and I seen a press truck there, or a news van there. And I didn't think nothing of it. I thought maybe a fire or something. But my phone went completely haywire, telling me that I need to shelter in place and not go outside at about 6:30 this morning. Yeah, I think it was about 6:30 this morning it told me that. This happened at 10 o'clock last night. I think we're okay not trusting the warning system, right? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I was thinking maybe I didn't want the spinner again after the last one broke, but after putting this one back on, I think I'm A-okay with having the one-handed shifting thing again. I'm going to save some of you guys some time of writing in the comments those things are highly illegal and they will cost you a lot of money. You'd have to be a very, very hard-up DOT officer to write a ticket for that. No one really even acknowledged or even paid attention to the illegality of it, the legality of it, until TalkTick came out with this stupid little video of a DOT officer at a truck driving school educating said truck drivers on what not to have, and one of the drivers had one of these and he went off on him like a firecracker, and that led me to believe that man has a horrible life. Okay, we've made it to Clinton, Oklahoma. We made our delivery. We're unloaded. We're sitting in a rock lot right here. Put that on, and then we're going to proceed to our next destination. Before I hang up with you guys, I want to tell you to go over to truckingwithschmidt.com. Check out our merch. Check out the new calendars that are going to be coming out. Those are a pre-order and a limited supply thing to do. And just to say hi to Dad. You guys stay safe, and as always, I will see you next time.